So basically, what we're saying is,
please like,
share,
subscribe,
and comment.
Hello good people, welcome back to the channel. My name is Charmaine and today, namhlanje, I'm with these guys, the guys that don't need no introduction, or maybe they could just give us their names. Starting with the gentleman. No, ladies first.
Okay, my name is Natasha Winfrey.
Welcome back to the channel, guys. I feel like you guys are becoming residents to the channel, and it's a good thing. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. So today, as you might already know, we are friends, obviously, and so today we're going to be talking about friendship, the dynamics of friendships. And so before this is a light video, so before we get deep into the conversations of friendships, we're going to do a small challenge, Nyana. Like, we're just going to be asking ourselves questions as to who does what more amongst the three of us. So let's get right into it. Please remember to like, to share, to comment, and subscribe if you're not subscribed yet for more content. Guys, are you ready?
Ready as ever.
So let's get down to it. So we have a list of questions on the phone, and so what we're just going to I'll be reading them out, and then we're going to point at the answer. We're going to point at the person who's the answer. So the first question is, who is the loudest? I just now.
Okay.
And the second question, who is always late? No, but guys, let them have I have valid reasons, but that's not what we're talking about now. Who loves the hardest? Who loves the hardest? You think you love the hardest, Moya? Parudo.
Anyways,
and you
what are you saying?
Oh, sakamukuta naso kumune rudo stere.
Do you know anyone better? No.
Amen. Amen. Who spends more money? Who is the best cook? Who is most likely to cry in a movie? Banana, no discussions. Who is most likely to get in a fight?
You guys, you make all these questions about me.
Sure. Those are the responses. Who is the worst dancer? Who is most likely to be angry? Who would you call if you had an emergency in the middle of the night? Who can't keep a secret? Right. One thing about Natasha, she loves us to the extent
can't insult him. I think I should not tell you.
But we love that.
Yes. Do you know Tobias doesn't tell me stuff as long as you're probably not gonna know the moon.
Who is the funniest? Oh.
They just here for the laughs.
Okay, guys, so that's it for the challenge. Now we're going to move deep.
What's the moodiest?
You are everything.
Yes, she's a mixed bag. She's the loudest, she's the funniest, she's the everything.
If I love the hardest, I correct.
Love the
I correct. She's there. She's everything.
But yeah. So let's now move on to the next part of the video. We're now going to be talking about friendship, like deep.
So, guys, a question. Let's go down the memory lane. How did you become friends? Like, okay, for my part, I don't remember much when it comes to you, Charmaine. But I think don't be offended. Do you remember how we became friends?
No, I don't.
You see? But I think we were just talking.
Yes, I think
we were just talking
for a small time, like not for a small time, for about 3 years, like Tichisivana, but we were just okay. We weren't good vibes. We weren't bad vibes either. We were just okay. And then I think Form 4, that's when we really
prefects.
Yes, that's when we really hit it off. Okay. Like a house on fire. And then with Natasha. How did you all become friends?
How do you remember it? I have a bad memory.
You sat behind me in class, Form 1, and I remember like this English lesson, like I was supposed to do a presentation on dressing and etiquette, and when I sat down, we're like, that was very good. Yeah, just.
You know, it's when something is like so nice, and at times you can't really pinpoint where it really started. How it really started.
You know, it's just like a flow. You know, it starts gradually and then just goes on and on and on, and you cannot pick just one thing to say.
And my first few days, we were okay. We would talk. I remember Lady Vunzoti took up a saying. I guess I'm just. Yeah. From 1, I would do that. Na joke, I got a joke. I think they got na rufini. And yeah, we would just talk. And then like Charmaine.
They were in the same class.
Oh, we were in the class Form 1.
That's the first thing.
Yeah. I just liked how guided you were, especially by your big sister. I remember I would watch you like stare at you both, Nasira, and I was just like, this girl's fine. She's fine.
Yeah, I think that's because I remember we were in the same class. So you know, I think we would like chill as girls from the same class.
Exactly.
And then that's how we started.
And how relatable you were with my day scholars, especially like where there was like a stigma. You could see my border, my day scholars, and I really liked it. I was like, she's cool. She's fine.
Okay, so let's now talk about what friendship means to us. Like, what's friendship? What's a friend to you?
Wow. What I value most about friendship is support. I think I have a phobia of loneliness, and when I'm in some kind of like deep mess, when I reach out to you, like how I do it, like over the past few weeks, how I reached out to you guys, can you please help me this and that, and how you were able to help me, and how you were able to like run around in helping me. That was like very, very important moment for me. And also like friends, I think you should be able to tell each other the truth without throwing shade, not hating. And I've been down there, like that moment someone does something, you just feel like maybe I'm kind of like jealous, but then I call them my friend. I wasn't like being a very good friend then, but now I know what it means for me, and I know what it looks like for me, so I'm able to execute that as a friend.
Okay, for me, I think friendship is an area of growth and development and progress. You know, I strongly believe that a friend is someone who's there to push me and support me, you know, in any way possible. You know, so when we say we are friends, you know, there's got to be something to show for it, like to say, like, how is our relationship evolved? Have we been good friends? Like, what benefits do I have from being a friend? Not necessarily to say I look for benefits in friends,
Like,
you know,
monetary.
Exactly. But to say, do you push me to be a better person? Are you happy when I succeed, or do you support me, like what Natasha said? Do you support me in what I do? Do you support, you know, are you supporting me, you know, not necessarily financially, but just in emotional support,
different things,
anything that you know, that's a friend to me.
Well, for me, friendship means being able to stand together, even when the times are tough. And friendship, like, I like what you said, because you mentioned that you want to become better because of a friend, right? So friendship is family, because there's this Shona proverb, Nonzi Shamari no Kunda Ukama. I mean, like friendship that becomes family
more than
just friendship.
Yeah.
And I feel it's very important, because, you know, friends, unlike family, family is there, but there might be that generation gap, there might be those factors. But with friends, you can have family that's like your age. You can have like your twin by just having a friend.
Also, I think, you know, when it comes to friends, you know, there's just something about a friend. There are things that you can tell your siblings, your family members, and there's things that you can't tell them, but you can tell your friend.
Exactly.
So each and every individual has got a role to play in your life. You cannot say, you know, I remember meeting someone who said, I don't really have friends, I don't really need friends because I've got my siblings, you know. And to me, you know, I didn't judge that person, but I felt like somehow they needed help to understand and really, you know, because in as much as we might be close to our siblings, they can't really fill in the role of a friend, you know, because a friend is a friend.
Okay. I would say that I've been judged for having as many friends as I could accommodate. But then I think friends are quite important, in as much as family is important, and there is not really that who's more important than the other, the friend or the family. They're just two parties that complement each other. They should like work hand in hand. Yeah, and as you said, there are things that you can tell your family, but you cannot like go into the tiny details like as when you do with your friend. And your friend can relate because they've seen you. They know you like this guy. They understand.
Probably you've told them each and every process or each and every step of the process to say that's what in us. You know, and now we are on this stage. Now we are talking. Now we're going out.
It's just like when you're with your friend and you just say like, "There's this guy." Then they know.
Yes, exactly. And also, friendship is not all about taking, because as humans, we love to take more than we love to give. But friendship is all about giving, and more.
Giving.
It might not be like something with a monetary value.
Yes, not
It's
even
love, your time, like,
advice.
advice. You know, those times that I spent advising you people, you owe me money. But what I'm basically saying is that it's more about giving respect, love, time, attention. Yeah, it's important.
On attention, I think it's a very tricky point because you know how busy we are these days.
Okay. We are busy these days, but then that's why there's a saying, you know, to reach out to your friends who seem strong. We have people who are committing suicide, or people who are
Very
going
true.
into depression and but just by taking out like 5 minutes
Just say hi.
to say hi and listening to them. Well, I don't know. I don't do well with this deafening silence of someone being my friend and we don't talk like for a very long period. Sometimes we don't talk, but we're okay. And then there are other times when we are beefing. Like, you know, we are beefing. There's just like tension. I don't function well. So I tend to reach out. You know, I was even offended when you're saying you were looking for my chat because I have you all pinned. You see?
But I feel like what you're saying is very valid, right? But I also think as we grow, right, there's a time that we get to know that I have this friend of mine, and even though we don't really talk as often as we used to, that one is my guy. Yes. So I think there are different dynamics. Yes, there are those friends that you like always talk to, that you always gisting and always telling, but there are those friends as well that you're there
okay,
for.
you're
Okay, and you can constantly check on them. But even though you don't talk on a daily basis, you know that that's my guy.
That's
my guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true.
Yeah, I don't know. What I love about you guys, especially, is that you're good listeners. You tolerate all of my pity parties.
So, guys, there's this statement that we always use, that we always talk about: birds of the same feathers flock together. Does that have a meaning? Is that significant in your life? And if it does, what does it mean to you?
Okay, so some might take it to say it means that friendship is spontaneous. You know, like you just end up having people around you who are like you, maybe in terms of character or people with the same goals as you, you know, which can be true to some extent. But I also feel like sometimes we have an influence on the types of friends that we have, you know. So maybe, okay, so I think that sometimes, yes, you have a wide range of people that you can choose friends from, you know, like imagine when you started in Form 1, right? You had like, how many were we in our stream, by the way, if anyone still remembers? Yeah, but we were many, you know. So all those people could potentially become your friends at that point, right? But then they didn't all become your friends.
So that reason why you chose A instead of B.
So that means at one point we chose maybe to speak to someone else, and then decided to say no. I think I'm not gonna speak to this person because of A, B, C, D. We had our reasons. Yeah. So among those that you talked to or you spoke with, you at the end of the day, you realize that I'm talking to this person, but we don't really vibe or we don't really get along so well. We've got different values, we've got different morals, we see things differently, and then just died it out. You know, like faded. That was it.
Look at it this way. Like there are different segments and maybe what I can say compartments that make up a person. For example, you like sports. I'm not really a sporty person, but we are friends. So in between our friendship, I guess there's something that made us connect, something that we have in common. Maybe complexion, maybe not. But what I'm basically saying is that those are the feathers. the feathers don't have like to be 100%,
Okay.
but there is something that you have in common.
Okay.
I literally like have friends that I connect because we listen to the same type of music.
Okay.
And I literally have the same type of friends that we literally like on the same wavelength in terms of spending. And then there are others in terms of clothes, and then there are others in terms of school disciplines. So those are the feathers.
Okay, those
Yes.
are okay.
Those are
So
the feathers.
I wasn't understanding the feathers.
Those
Now
are
you
the
get the
feathers.
feathers.
Now I get the feathers.
Yes.
So let's talk about fine. We flock together, right? But does it mean that if we're friends, we're flocking together all the time?
No.
Does it mean that there are boundaries? You said no. Does it mean that there are boundaries to
Yes.
friendship?
There are boundaries
and if
to
they
friendship.
are, what are the boundaries?
Okay, just like what I said, the feathers, they differ. If we vibe together because of the music, probably we are not relatable in other disciplines of the friendship. But does not mean I disrespect you. I will still respect you, but you know, like there are implied terms in friendships. We like music together, so when we're doing music, we do music. But you won't expect me to maybe tell you about what happens in my love life.
Okay. I also think that boundaries also come down to, because we're friends, don't feel not like we should not feel mandated or entitled to knowing everything about one person's life. Yes, we are friends, but I feel at times we need to give each other space to be able to process some things. And when you're ready, you definitely talk about it. We should also respect that, because at times we find that iwewe shama yangu but awutaure I'm not ready, maybe I'm not ready or
to talk about.
Yes.
But then it also doesn't necessarily close the window of asking somebody what's wrong. Do you remember like A level when I took my maths June results and I came to the library and we were just like sitting there. The moment that you saw me, you could register that something is wrong. And she asked me, and I was like, that's the thing. You see, you can ask, but also you are also free to decline. Not now.
Exactly. Yes, I think we ask, right? And then when we ask, we should also understand kana muna ati they're not ready to talk about it now. It's okay to not want to talk about it. Just be there. Yes, I don't know what you're going through. But I'm here.
Yes, you are there. Just like, and what happened A level? I was going through a lot, but I could feel the support. Though, you know, sometimes when you're going through difficult situations, you're like love repellent. Somebody's trying to love you, and you are shying away from it. But all the same, you're deep into the situation. But now I appreciate when somebody asks me. It's up to me for me to say, not now, I cannot talk about it now, but eventually I would tell you, or I can tell you, and then they know.
I think the problem with our generation is we are not comfortable with the word no. Because boundaries all come to the word no. You see, because if you say I'm not ready to tell you something, that means I'm saying no.
Or I'm saying maybe later.
Yes.
That's just it. So sometimes we're even afraid of telling our friends that we're not really comfortable, and then we end up putting ourselves in a very difficult position, maybe to even lie, you know. And sometimes as a friend, when someone tells you that they're not ready, you feel like they are not really taking you serious as a friend, or they are not, you know, they don't value you as a friend, you know, which is wrong to say, to think like that, because we are friends. When I tell you that I'm not ready to talk about this, that means I'm not ready. I'll tell you when I'm ready to tell you, and then, you know, our friendship has to go on, and then we're okay.
So I think it all comes down to understanding as well, because these dynamics, it might be different, Manji, because you two are my friends, but it doesn't mean the same way that I ship with him is the same way that I'm shipping with you. I can't use the formulas that I use with friend A for friend B, because friend B might, if I don't ask you what's wrong, or if you tell me maybe later, I might take a step back, and then you feel like I'm not caring enough. But someone, I think I stood at that space, right? So I think it all comes down to understanding our friends individually and not putting them under a bracket here.
Universal treatment for everyone. Yeah, I think that's it.
Once we're there, understanding, so that means understanding has to be part of a friendship, right? Like, as friends, we need to understand each other. I have a question, like, is communication really key in a friendship? Like, if we compare it to maybe relationships, those intimate relationships, in those intimate relationships, communication is key. Is it also key in friendships? What do you think?
I think anything that has to do with human interaction, communication is important. Whether it's between me and my boss, me and my little sister, me and my boyfriend, me and my friend, communication is important. And that's on period.
Yes, and also those people who actually think that friends are bad because they have had a couple of fake friends, by the way, I think it is also very important to say that friendship was ordained by God. In the book of Ecclesiastes, did I say that right?
You did.
There is like this verse, two are better than one. I think it also applies to friendship. Yes, with friendship there is care, there is love, all those things that give you those mushy feelings.
All right, so guys, what can we say? How can one become a better friend? Because I think that's the ultimate goal. As much as we say we don't care, I live my life, but you want to be a good friend to those that you call your friends. So how can you really become the better friend, the friend that everyone wants?
For me, I think it's simply being there, your presence, just your presence, and not putting any pressure, but just being available, so that I know that if I want to call Natasha or to call Charmaine for anything, she's there. She's just one phone call away, and then I know that she can be able to give me whatever I'm looking for at that particular moment. Okay, not necessarily to say whatever, or but
to support
they're just there. For me, I mean, that's everything. And I believe giving love is like the ultimate to everything and anything. A friend who gives you love, who shows you that they love you and they appreciate you.
That's it. Well, for me, I think the number one thing, let's have fun, guys. Because you want friends that you can vibe with, you want friends that you can have good moments with. So fun, that's the first thing. The second thing, the more deep thing, I value leaving a mark in someone else's life. I just don't want to be in your life and just be there, Jay. I want to leave a mark such that when God calls me or when something happens to me, you know that this I got from Charmaine.
She was here. Well, for me, I would say you can be a better friend by being a better friend. By that I mean, let's just not be love repellent and expressing how we feel. I figured like the generations that have gone before us, they are not really into expressing how they feel, and then people just like feel better doing it when you're gone. Right? I can't hear you. I'm dead. I can't hear you. I would say to my friends, I love them, and most of the time they say I'm getting emotional, but then I'm expressing how I feel about them. I love them, I value them, and I also always tell Toby, like, when you do this, I'm very happy. Like the gloss that we were talking about, and it was like a small gesture, but I appreciate it. You know, it's in the tiny details sometimes. Being supportive, calling your friend. I remember I had my friends calling me the first day I started work as an intern. And they called me like the first day I went for an interview, and then like random checks like, how are you? How are you doing?
How is it?
Hey, and most of the time I'm not even doing like valuable work. I'm just maybe like printing or filing, and then they call you and then they make a big deal out of the work that you do. Like, what is it, Basa? You know, catching up and all that. And we should have fun. We should laugh. I value the way I laugh. We should laugh. We should have fun. Yeah, that's me.
Yeah, we should just be. We should pray about it as well.
Yes.
Because
yes, we should pray.
as much as a good partner and good wife and husband come from God, good friends come from God as well. So I think we should not just be us waiting on receiving the good friendship. It starts with us
being better friends.
Being better friends, exactly. So I think that's it for friendship, because it's friendship and we love our friends, and we should also be intentional. I like what you said. Let's be intentional about our feelings for friends. So thank you guys for watching, and thank you guys for gracing the channel.
Amazing.
It's been amazing.
Amazing.
Right, I know. Thank you so much.
Hope to see us again.
Oh, definitely.
And again.
This is not the end. So please like this video and share with your friends as well, so that you know the friendship vibes can be going on and on and on and on and on. And subscribe to the channel
and comment.
Yes, comment more video ideas, comment anything that you'd like to comment. Would really appreciate it. And so from us, it's a wrap.
Adios.
Bye.
Bye.